Howdy folks, welcome to take 3 of the single pick challenge with Wandering Kid. I'm going to use a biome that was provided by Edge Figaro, which has tundra instead of glacier. Apparently that's supposed to be more difficult to get through the ice on. We're not going to have any stone to probably work with. It's aquifer, it's terrifying. He knows it's already an undead raising area, and there are clouds that go over the surface, so we're definitely going to have to get downstairs quick. One nice part about this place has flexstone, but hopefully we'll actually get a chance to use it. So we're going to embark here. We're going to take our single pick challenge build. Oops, we don't have a pick. We're going to need a pick. Oh, they don't have copper picks, so we're going to have to upgrade. We're going to take a bronze pick. Okay. So, that should take care of that. We're going to name our fortress something. Fondle Mine is just not going to work. LancedNuts. For some reason, that seems appropriate for what we're going to be dealing with. So we're going to take that name, and let's see what's the name of our group. The Silver of Order. Sounds good to me. Alright, so let's begin LancedNuts. We shall embark. And while that builds out the embark area, we'll head over to Dwarf Therapist and get ourselves figured out. Standard setup. Everybody will be on butchery, mechanics, and architecture. What do you know? I remember to give everybody all their skills this time. We'll get back to them with any new ones. Oh, nope, almost forgot something. We're going to need 2 woodcutters, a cook, and a brewer. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with here. A bit of land there. And a bit of land there. Looks like this is mostly red sand. Okay, so if we ever get down to magma, we'll have sand for glass. This is sandy clay. We have sand and clay. That is lovely. We actually have some stuff we could construct with if we could build a kiln. We can't yet. So we're going to just drive a hole. I want to be up near a edge this time. Do we have anything spawned yet? No. Alright. We're going to put a meeting area up here, just to have everybody move over. We're going to remove our cart, and we're going to dig down. First thing we need to do is figure out where our aquifer is. So we'll just dig a bit of a stairway there. Well, that didn't work as planned. We have a weasel corpse. Let's see where he goes. Okay. Create a squad. Which one was my miner? Nope. There we go. My miner is Adil. So Adil does not go in the squad. Everybody else does. Should this become necessary, we'll now kill the weasel. That was quick. We now have 2 bits and pieces of weasel. That may not end well. Well, we shall see. Why is the okay, the cart is deconstructed. We've located damp stone already. On the 3rd layer down, we have damp stone. Sandy. This is clay. Okay, so we have sand, clay, and then aquifer. We're going to dig into the clay here a bit. Let's get everybody indoors. Maybe make life a little easier for everybody. Maybe we can get this weasel to wander off. What was that? a giant weasel. Well, we have lots of weasels kicking around. And we now have a snowy owl corpse. Okay. We've gotten a bit beaten up. And the water buffalo smacked him around. Well, we're getting lots of undead here. Definitely want to get everybody indoors quickly. Okay, we're going to put our wood stockpile here. And we're going to move our meeting area indoors. It's for the granite. We'll deactivate this meeting area for now. Well, hopefully we can get everybody downstairs and indoors before anything decides to res back up. Excellent. Okay, and everybody's inside. We're going to use one of our logs to create a wall here. Which hopefully they'll do from the correct side. Oh, where are you going? I lied. We're not going to be able to create that wall because I've got people wandering around on the surface for no reason. That's 5 of you. Where are the other 2? Didn't I shut this off? Yes, I did. Alright, we're just going to delete it and hopefully that gets people to move downstairs. That's 1-ish. Come on, go down. Thank you. Let's try this again. Now we're going to build a wall. My system is locking up. There we go. Alright, we are locked in. And now we'll begin our aquifer drive. It took us to 7th of granite to get downstairs. We have 3 undead items on the surface. They're not re-raising. Well, I suppose we'll see what happens. They were corpses when they showed up, so we definitely have undead in the area. So, we'll be back with you in a moment after I plot out our dig site. And welcome back, folks. So, here's our digging pattern. We have dug out a small area into the aquifer for water. We're going to dig up-down stairways here, upward stairways leading towards the surface, and then eventually we're going to channel that down. For the moment, though, I just wanted to put that there so you could see it. We're not going to channel until the last moment, after we've got all of this built out, because I don't want to expose the surface any longer than I have to. So with that in mind, off we go. One of the nice things about digging in dirt, it tends to go a lot quicker than it does in rock. We're going to have to... Okay, wait. I don't feel like getting 10,000 damp stone commentaries, so we're just going to remove that for now. As he digs these up-downs, we'll see it's damp and we'll be able to dig into it. One of the reasons this is so wide is because I'm not sure how many layers deep I'm going to have to go, and I don't want to have to fight with it later. There's nothing worse than having to redig a drill point. It just becomes a major hassle. One of the other things, when you're going to drill and cause ice to occur, you only want one miner working at a time, because otherwise what happens is during the channeling, you'll end up channeling over the head of other miners, and it becomes very problematic. So now we'll dig our up-downs into the water. Let that fill in. We're going to tick through this to see if, as soon as he gets done digging one, I can see underneath it and see if I've got 2 layers. We have damp sand down there, so we definitely have multiple layers. And we just have to wait for him to finish digging this out. Welcome back. We've dug out the underside. For some reason, we haven't dug out our upward stairways, and that's because I didn't make them downward stairways. So we're going to have to dig these out. Now they're up downs, so we'll be able to reach the surface with them. So he's going to take a moment to dig these out. Break again. Alright, so we've dug out our layer, going up towards the surface. Now we'll be able to channel from below. This will keep our miner safe from the majority of the undead wildlife that's out there. So he'll be channeling that. In the meanwhile, I had a herd of elk corpses wander into the area. See, what's happening here is you're not even getting a ramp. He's just channeling the above ground. It's dropping down. The only thing that will be able to attack him here is flyers. He's gone for a drink along the way here, so he's no longer thirsty. We've begun this on the 25th of granite, or I guess about the 24th really. And hopefully we'll be able to dig our hole here shortly. We may have to take emergency measures to get some food going. Hopefully we don't have to go there in the near future. I'm hoping to get through the aquifer before we get there. It's just taking its sweet time. Okay, now that we've channeled that, now we channel this layer. You always have to go one layer at a time, otherwise you end up in problems. Okay, while we're waiting on this, just in case I end up with some problems, I'm going to create a carpenter's workshop. We're going to use one of our precious logs for that. Because I'm going to want to get a... Okay, so our snowy owl corpse is being a problem. There's not much we're going to be able to do about that. Our peasant has beaten him. Looks like the miner didn't get involved much, but we're going to have to try and kick that owl out somehow. While this is... unsuspend that. Okay, now we're going to make some wooden blocks. Oops, no, not beds. Wooden blocks. This will make sense in a moment. We need those logs back. So here's how this is going to work. Okay, he's still constructing blocks. And we're still channeling. Okay, we have made our blocks. Alright, so we're going to remove the carpenter shop. We're going to remove this construction so we get our log back. Okay, so we've channeled that layer. Now we're going to channel this one. Once we channel this layer, we'll get ice and we can start our drill. Like so. It looks like my carpenter is the one who decided to go remove the wall. Okay. We're going to reconstruct that wall, but this time we're going to use a wooden block. Oh my! Logs do not create 4-to-1 for blocks. Well, this may not have been my best of plans. We have one more log we're going to get back. Right, we have one block. I thought that would go 4 to 1. That's my bad. I thought I was going to be able to create some shops out of that. That was incorrect. Why were we unable to complete the wall? Slowly but surely, we're digging down into the ice here. Okay. Now that we've dug that out, I'm going to put you on pause for a second while I set up the next digging pattern. Okay, and welcome back. What I'm doing here is I'm channeling this layer of the ice down. And then on the next layer, I'm leaving one area gapped so that I have a ramp down. And then I'm digging another set of downward stairways. And once that's done, we'll dig our up-downs into the next layer. In the meanwhile, we're going to try and make sure the wall goes outside, or the owl goes outside, rather than annoying everybody who's indoors. We are at the 11th of slate. This is taking a little longer than I expected, but I did make this a lot larger than I usually do. What do we have down here? Bauxite. Bauxite should not be aquifer, so we may be through here shortly. We're going to one step through, so that I can see underneath it as soon as he completes. Too late. Alright, one more try. Alright, good. It's not damp, so we'll be through the aquifer in this next layer. And we just need to let him dig. Oh, of course, he's taking a nap. We're at the 16th of slate. Oh, there went the owl. Where'd he head to? Ah, that worked. He went outside. So now we can take this wall down. He's still taking a nap. We have ice here, which in theory could be used for a quick butcher's workshop and a quick kitchen. Create some food. I need to decide how I want to do this, because we're getting up on some serious time concerns. It's the 17th of slate. We have nothing to eat. We could emergency kill something. Dump the stuff upstairs, put the wall back in. Alright, so we're going to remove this construction. We're going to build a butcher shop here. They don't have access to the ice. We're going to have to wait for that. Cloud of cursed dust. Nowhere's near my spawn. Well, it may travel up to me eventually here. Not quite sure what a cursed dust will do, but it could be a problem. We're going to see if that comes in downstairs at all. I'm going to wait for it. Alright, should be approaching me now. What do we have here? Cursed dust. I may be very happy that he's downstairs right now, because he's not going to get touched by it. Alright, it seems to have floated over us pretty safely. Let's see if he's got coatings of anything. Nope. He's just hungry. We can live with hungry. Okay. So we're going to build ourselves a quick butcher's workshop out of the ice. And we're going to build a kitchen next door, also out of ice. And we're going to see if we can't get some food here real quick. We won't have any pots, but we can live with that. Come on, guys, get out of the way. There we go. Alright, so we're going to butcher one of our animals. I'll pick one, anyone. There we go. Now, upstairs, we're going to create a quick garbage zone, and we'll just leave stuff up there. We're going to get the hair and the skin out of here. Come on, boys, stick it out of here. Waiting on that skin to go. Okay. I'm going to rebuild our wall here. Good, that should lock the dump material here outside. So hopefully that'll wander off and leave us alone eventually. And now we've got a little bit of food. We're going to have you create some easy meals while we finish our dig out. Okay. So we have that filled with water. We've dug this clear. So now we're going to channel down. Dragonflies. Hopefully eventually we get rid of we get some cats coming in. Okay, so now we need to dig our new dig path. We're going to channel out this area. Okay, and now we can dig our stairway. Yeah, that should give me enough layers to work with. Hey, hey, hey! And we are through the aquifer. Only 2 layers, not too horrible. Had to do a little emergency butchery, but we can live with that. So, we're going to dig this out a bit. And then I'm going to lay some plans for a little internal area here. And once we've got some stone and blocks going, we'll be sealing ourselves in. So, I'm going to break here, and I will bring you guys back once we've got that main stairway drilled, and I'll show you the rest. Hey folks, welcome back. Alright, so we've dug out our tunnel down about 10 Z's. What we're going to do is a couple of things. First, that first layer into the aquifer, we're not going to touch it. Now here, we're going to dig out a new drop pit. We're going to need some place to deal with butchery drops, and hopefully 3, 4, 5, 6 layers down, hopefully that'll be enough so that we can drop stuff down the hole. We're going to put our butcher shop here, right next to the drop path. We're going to give it enough room for a couple of doors just so we can lock it up in case everything goes horribly south. To give our miner a way back out of this sealed system, we're digging our way down and up a stairway. That'll link back out. Down here, I'll just build a wall up and seal them in. I was debating on trying to set up some way to do cave-ins to drop stuff onto the undead to clean out how many of them were down there every now and then, but I decided not to, at least not yet. I'm also not going to bother worrying about a dwarven atom smasher quite yet. Now, down a couple layers, up here, this is the beginnings of what I had started building in ivy lashes, but I don't want to build out that entire system immediately. What we're looking at here is this will be the main passage in. This will be where I will eventually drop a waterfall for enforced dwarven cleaning. This will be the dining hall. I've left some rooms for growth. This will be our food stockpile. Again, room for growth. Kitchen will be up here with food stockpile here. Empty rock pot pile here. This is where our still will go, and eventually I'll expand out its storage space for plants and whatnot once that matters. And this will be our booze stockpile. Over here, I have enough space going up that I can build in some dwarven apartments as needed or things of that nature. And down here, we just simply have this will be our drainage for the waterfall, and this will be our area for crafting at first. Down here, we've got plenty of stone to work in to put in stockpiles, things like that, and plenty of other stuff. I'm purposely digging this in the marble. The marble will provide me some economic stone to start creating some items with. I might as well also dig in the flux stone. I did not see any veins of metal as we came down. This is milk quartz, which is a gem. But as we came through, I didn't see any metal veins. So if I'm right, we don't have any metal to work with. But we shall see what we find as we go deeper. I'll also probably drive out some exploratory paths as we go. So that's going to be the basic layout. One other thing that occurred while you were not with me, both of these workshops melted incredibly quick. We didn't even have time to make meals. So what I ended up having to do was dump all the food out. It all rotted. I was getting miasma problems. It was just all sorts of trouble. So we've cleared them out. What we will eventually do, once that burns off anyway, we're going to wall in or floor in this drop chute. I doubt we'll go upstairs, considering we've got the water buffalo and whatnot up there. But I do definitely want to set up a flooring, so I'll probably set it up on this level, and we'll just floor in across the top of here, and we'll just seal in our problem here. Now, I'm a little concerned about doing that. I don't know if this ice will melt once I floor it in. So that should be an interesting scenario, if just in case my fort suddenly floods out. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to be able to deal with that. So we'll see. I'm not sure how that's going to go. However, we're going to let our area dig out so we can get people downstairs, get some rock pots going, get this other donkey butchered so we have some more food, and then we're going to start a drive for the caverns. I'll bring you back once we've dug out a decent amount of downstairs and something interesting is happening. That should probably end part 1, so I'll bring you in for part 2 when all of that starts up. Thanks for dropping by. Howdy folks, welcome back to LancedNuts. We have a bit of an issue. A whole lot of great horned owl corpses deciding to come visit. And they are beating the demons out of one of my guys. These guys just got here too. I just was not paying enough attention to what was going on the map. So we're going to have them kill. We're going to kill from list. FGHI. They're going to have to go kill some of these things. And we're taking down the wall here because we're in some emergency butcher scenarios. Everybody's pretty much starving at the moment. So hopefully I can dump some stuff out. We'll see how things go, because we have not finished digging at all. The only thing that we have done is we've made one large marble pot, and my man here is making some blocks for us to work with. So hopefully we could have sealed in upstairs. We haven't gotten there yet. We had just hit summer. so this is going to be ugly and quickly. So we're going to see how this works. They're bruising them up. I already lost a dwarf. Zon's down. Thought I saw something about... Oh, okay. Somebody just got the heck beaten out of him. Just lost another one. That's 3 of our dwarves. We have almost no chance of surviving this at this point. The only citizen I have left is a Tyr, who's my miner. I didn't try and go and fight. He's on the run. Which is probably the best place for him to be right now. He's not hurt. He's trying to get something to drink, but he can't get back near the fortress. He's just running for his life right now. 3 of those Owlman corpse got names. Well, with how often the dust clouds have been coming, I have a feeling we're going to find out what they do. He's not coated in anything yet. He's very unhappy and rather hungry. Well, Edge Figaro, I gotta give you points. You were quite correct that the flyers are a significant problem in this. Okay, so they're covered in snow, so they're not covered in dust. That's helpful. He's just getting chased around with his water buffalo here. I wonder where those Owlman corpses are. Oh, they're still just chilling out in my fortress there. I'm not going back inside yet. I'm gonna follow him around. Let's see what happens. Well, he got past that one. See if he can get back inside. Run into his 6 buddies who are dead. Have them kill him. Oh! Here's a corpse. And there he goes. Expedition leader is passed out. And that, my friends, is the end of LancedNuts. Huh, that was a shame. Well, we shall try this again. Maybe this time with a ceiling. I'll get back in touch with you when we got something to do.